A Walk with the Doc. This is intended for the Modern Nose Clinic team. At intervals, we'll make videos, and you all can get little updates on what we're up to.
Since you said I'm part
You
of
know
the
what?
family, I was hoping for a Disneyland trip.
We're hanging out with the team allergy this morning, and I just was telling them that I'm turning 50 tomorrow, if it's true. And so what I want to do is at intervals get the opportunity to share a little bit more information with you all. And you're not obligated to watch these videos, but feel free to do so. And I think it's important because I really want to get the vision across so that you guys understand what we're trying to do, and you are so important to it all. So I thought I'd call it A Walk with a Doc, and over time I'm going to introduce all the vocabulary and talk about one tiny topic and more detail at a time. Okay, so I'm going to head over to my fishbowl. So first of all, they call this thing the fishbowl because there's a glass wall on one side and you can see me swimming around. And then people said you should probably put the sticker up. And this sticker has our core values on it, in case anyone's curious, because that's really what we're all about. And it has a picture of our logo right next to it there. And I'm kind of tempted to pull that core value sticker down. I will at some point. But I know you guys call it the fishbowl, but I think of it as the think tank. And I just want to say that this is one of my favorite little spaces in here. So we'll head into my think tank. Okay, so I have no one to help me out do this. And so I show up early in the morning. I like to get here as early as possible. And Patty has done such an awesome job. And the rest of you guys, I just don't worry as much. So I tend to get here a little bit later than I used to. And the weekends, I'm not coming in as often. So I spend more time with my family. Anyway, so this is like my routine. I'll come in here, hang up my stuff, and kind of drop all my little keys in this little key thing. And there you have it. So let's see. Sit down over here. I've got my stack of things. First of all, I want to start off by telling you guys what is it like to be me. I'm turning 50 tomorrow and totally excited about that. I don't know if I've ever had so much fun in all of my life. And I didn't know what it'd be like. I mean, we're almost a year old. We're hitting about 11 months now. We opened in January 1st, 2nd, I'm sorry, September 1st, 2nd of 2017. And I did not know back then what it would be like now. I knew how I wanted this thing to be structured. I want the culture to be good. I want it to be mindful, a mindful organization, a thoughtful organization. And I knew the people component would be super important. But what I didn't know is that the people component is awesome. And I think of it as like a relationship. And in my life, I'm not going to say I'm an expert at relationships, but I have a fair number of really great relationships. And the one theme that is true for all of them is that you invest time together and you try to meet each other's needs and you try to be there for them. And over time, you start to form those bonds and so on and so forth. And so I think that these Walk with the Doc things at intervals will be an opportunity for me to talk to each of you on your own time. If you have a chance, you can just listen to it, and you want to plug in your headphones on the weekend or whatever else, and you'll know what we're talking about. There'll be a series of talks. I know how it's going to go down. But today I want to talk about you all. I want to talk about turning 50. 50 years old, awesome. The age of wisdom. I will wake up tomorrow and I'll suddenly be able to see things I could never see before, and I'll have a better perspective on life and so on and so forth and all that stuff, right? Is that what Katie says all the time? And all that stuff. Or all that good stuff or something. You'll tell me later. But anyhow, though, is that you guys, the people component, oh my God, I love you guys. It's crazy. It's the part that gets me the most excited. I feel like we've got this really awesome basketball team. And my kids have been on a lot of basketball teams, and some have had better chemistry than others. There's so many little components to it. And I feel like everybody is so, they're team players, and they're very bright. You guys are the smartest people at each of your responsibilities that I've ever worked with. And I've gotten to work with a lot of really sharp people. You guys are it, man. Y'all are the bomb. So I guess my 50th birthday gift is you all. And I just want you to know it's so cool. Okay, I'll pause that. The next thing is going to simply be the core values speech that I did a little while back. I think that we need to go over this stuff over and over again and really understand it. And again, there's 4 core values. First one is to elevate the experience. For the patient, yes, we want them to show up. It's a busy life they live, a hectic life. Oftentimes, they're always trying to meet everybody else's needs. They're a coworker, they're an employee, they're a boss, they're a spouse, they're a child. They have a parent, or they're a parent themselves, or whatever. And they're always trying to meet everyone else's needs. And when they come here, we want it to be all about them. Like when you go to Nordstrom's, where I don't go to Nordstrom's. I don't get the shopping thing, but I go with my wife. And I love my wife, so I'm able to hang out there and I can see what they have done, and I think we can do it 10 times better. I think that's very expensive when you go to see a doctor, and it's stressful, and we want them to feel like the elevator doors open up and it's a peaceful experience. It's very important to us that it's all about them, and that has to get to not rushing through things and really taking our time and making sure that they feel like we care, because we do. If you just pretend like you care, people see through that. And I really think people care. So I know I do. So I think that I think we've got something pretty cool. So we want to elevate the experience for the patients, yes, but also for us. In my experience in my last job is that people can't give a shit. Excuse me. They can't give an an excrement over how you're doing, if you're happy or not, or whatever else. And it's all about making the process better for them, or making more money. Really, it's all about making money, which is not unimportant. It's just not the most important thing. For us, we believe we've hired the most fantastic people, and we want you to represent us. No one wants to talk to me for an hour. No, they want to talk to whatever. They want to check in at center stage. They want to be walked back to the room. They want to be talking with our MAs. They want to talk with me, yes, and try to learn something. And then they want to be talking to the MAs again, and just really, they want to know our whole team. And they want to believe that people on the team actually care about them too. So we want to elevate it for them also. That's core value 1. Oh, elevate it for us also. We want to make sure your jobs are doable. If someone says, I have to turn my back over and over again to do my job, I want to fix that. And that gets to how we solve problems. So, and I think we have brought up issues as they come up, and we try to fix them, and we welcome constructive complaints that we can fix. Highly motivated to do that. So that's core value 1. And core value 2 is to innovate continuously. And I think we all know we do that. I mean, never has a week gone by that we haven't emerged at the end of the week stronger than we began that week. We've had a fair number of growing pains, which are to be expected, but we always innovate, and everyone seems to embrace that, and I'm grateful for that, because that is a little bit how God hardwired me. Third core value is to work as a team, and I think that is a really important part of the culture. And as we get bigger and more complex, and maybe when people get a little more specialized, a little bit challenging, but in general, the concept that anyone could do anyone else's job here is what we think. We don't like walls, and there are some people who, the way they have been raised, or the way they went through high school, cliquey or whatever else, that there are different walls and different, like, these are my group and this and that. We don't believe that's the case. We're all together, one basketball team. And so we're always working on that, and that's an opportunity. I think that there'll always be an opportunity to do a better job. And we want to pursue excellence, or pursue perfection, which is impossible unless you're Jesus, and then he's perfect, and the rest of us are confused with all his stories, and we figure them out later, or we don't. And we want to deliver excellence. And I think that there is that desire. I see it as a genuine desire. People want to do the best they can. So I think 3 of the 4, man, we are knocking it. So that's the core values. And the next one I do will probably be our core focus and our reason for being, maybe our 10-year goal. Those things, and they'll be slowly over time. Every week or so, I'll release another video. And by the time, and people can watch them or not, it's your choice. So listen, if I make it till tomorrow, 50. And thank you, you guys, man. I love y'all. All right, signing off, Doug Scarata, Modern Nose Clinic. Thank you for listening to the first Walk with the Doc episode. I hope that this will be the first of many. Furthermore, I did do a separate core values YouTube video. Feel free to listen to that if you'd like, but this one captured the highlights.